From what I'm seeing online, and there is a story that a developer or an artist or an engineer or something got fired. She says she got fired because she was a feminist. But apparently she got fired because she was toxic to work with. Now, I don't know which is true, but I sometimes believe the truth is in the middle of two stories. That being said, I could see the issue with Stellar Blade because a lot of people in the West want to cancel it. They're saying that it has unrealistic beauty standards of the girl that they're modeling the game on. And then the studio responded by actually releasing videos of the girl that they modeled the character on in like a motion suit, you know, with those little motion capture devices. And you look at her and she basically looks like the character. So it's not unrealistic, but rather she's a real person. And truth being told, from what I saw, she's not even like I'm not saying she's not attractive. I'm just saying she's not the most attractive person I've seen. So what's the issue? Is the issue that she does not conform with your Western SJW beliefs of what females should look like? Because if so, maybe you shouldn't be on the development team of such a game. Because such a game is not marketed towards you. Because you kind of strike me as the same type of people that tried to cancel Hogwarts Legacy. And look how that went. Not Hutcha? No, Hutcha's fun size. She can't swing around a big sword. She's too short for that. Trust me, I've tried. But, like, you know? And on top of that, if you are working as part of a team, and you're not getting along with the team, why would you want to work as part of the team? Let's be real here. If the team is working on a passion project, and they have a vision, and they're all going in one direction, and the direction you want to go in is the exact opposite of where everyone else is going, why are you actively fighting to stay on that team? Why are you, like, fighting against the tide? Why are you swimming against the current? Why don't you just go to another project? Switch to another team. Switch to another job. If the culture of the team or the company is not one that you fit into, why are you trying to stay? That's the thing I don't get. And I see it time and time again, particularly in the West. They want the environment and the culture of the teams to change to reflect what they want, even though they are only 1 or 2 out of 100 or 1,000 people. That to me seems ridiculous. Especially if the team's on board and working on something and they're working on it well. From what I'm hearing, development is going very well. People are interested. Marketing is working great. People want to know the release date and potentially pre-order it. I'm hearing that they've got the Devil May Cry 5 combat team on board, meaning that the gameplay is probably going to be smooth and very intuitive. What is the problem? Oh wait, it's one person. It kind of sounds like the problem might actually be that person and not the team itself. I don't know. Just logically speaking, if everyone else is the problem, no matter where I go, what is the one common element in all of these scenarios? And if everything else is different, but the only common element is you, maybe you are the problem. Because personally, I didn't give a rat's about playing a Harry Potter game. My cousin didn't give a rat's about playing a Harry Potter game. And a lot of people I know don't give a rat's about playing a Harry Potter game. It's not what we're into. But that's fine. If there's a Harry Potter game and you guys are Harry Potter fans, go for it. You have a game, go and enjoy it. But when the entire internet is like, we must cancel Harry Potter for reasons that have nothing to do with the game's development, nothing to do with the game itself, nothing to do with the game studio itself, nothing to do with anything except something that an author that wasn't even like related to the game itself said at some point that we didn't even know about, and quite frankly, we don't even care, and you want to cancel this thing? Well, now I'm inclined to actually support the game because you keep trying to cancel everything else, including shit that I actually like. So I am inclined to side with whoever is against you. Get what I mean? So we could very well have a Harry Potter Hogwarts, Legacy of Hogwarts scenario here, where most people weren't going to buy the game, but because you're complaining about it and you want it to fail and you want to cancel it, they're going to buy the game to one-up you. You are giving this game the greatest gift you could ever give it. Free marketing. Because as we've learned, well, apparently these people didn't learn, because clearly, when you try to cancel something, it doesn't always work. It only works when what you are trying to cancel, you are revealing something which is contrary to the branding or the image of that thing. So if I'm branded as an honest individual that is caring and all these other things, and you reveal that I am not an honest individual, I am in fact a liar, a manipulator, everything bad under the sun, yes, the cancelling will work because you are destroying what I am. But if this game is what it is, and you're trying to cancel it by saying it is what it is, that's why I don't like it. You're actually just advertising it. You're not actually cancelling it. You're actually promoting it. Because the game itself is not going to change. You're just getting more eyeballs on it. Honestly. And from what I'm hearing from the developers, they ain't changing because they fired you. And so now you've got your megaphone on Twitter and you're saying, they fired me because I am a woman or I am a feminist. And it's like, did they? Or did they fire you because you were being toxic in a team? That's the real question I'm asking here. So let's watch the trailer. Now, truth be told, like I said, at the beginning, I was like, eh. And people sent me the Stellar Blade trailers. And it was like, eh. And then I saw it, and I was like, okay, Asian girl with a sword goes around beating people up. So what? And then people are like, it's got the DMC5 development team. And I'm like, okay, so the gameplay is good. But it's not just the gameplay that sells me on something. If I want a good gameplay or hack and slash game, I can play Devil May Cry 5 till the cows come home. But I don't. Because I'm interested in story. And now people are telling me, well, it's got some story. I'm like, okay, what story? What kind of director do we have? What kind of scriptwriter do we have? Like, who's building this thing? And what are their previous titles and how did they do? But now when we have people on this megaphone that, by the way, go around and try to cancel shit that I like, I'm going, you know what? I might not even want to buy this game or play this game, but I might just to spite you. So you may have just converted me into a sale simply because I hate you. Congratulations. You cancelled yourself out of a job. And more people are buying the game as a result. Ironic. May contain content inappropriate for children. I keep saying it. I sincerely hope so.
Stop worrying, we know you are.
You know what kills me? People actually think this is unrealistic. What's unrealistic? It looks almost human. I mean, the hair length, maybe. It's a pain in the butt to have hair that long, but I've seen people with it. Okay, Ada Wong. Shift up, more like shut up.
Welcome to the world of Stellar Blade. The story begins on post-apocalyptic Earth, where a mysterious enemy called the Naytiba has forced the human race to flee to an off-world colony. Players will take control of Eve, a member of the 7th Airborne Squad. Her mission is to save the planet by defeating the Elder Naytiba.
All we must do is complete the mission.
While most of the 7th Airborne Squad is lost during their descent from the colony, Eve soon meets 2 new companions.
Guys, I want to cancel this game because the guy's handsome. Look at him. Girls find this shit attractive. I want to cancel it. I hate competition. Do not look at the guy on the left.
Adam, born on Earth,
Stop it. Stop it. We need to cancel this shit right now.
is in pursuit of an energy source called hypercell.
Make sure to stay cautious. It's where the Alpha Natiba is.
So this must be Adolf 7.
Lily, a member of the 5th Airborne Squad, provides engineering support.
Lily Artemis II. Then I can be your engineering support.
Why do the boobs have a physics engine? I'm seeing the boobs jiggling throughout.
She puts her technical knowledge to use by upgrading Eve's equipment throughout the game.
Here. Done.
Something does feel different.
Wait, so she equipped the gun and now she has double jump? Okay.
This is Zion, a city built underneath the
Zion with an X. I love it.
on Earth.
A whole city underneath the wasteland.
Eve is called Angel by the survivors and is an object of both awe and fear.
I'm not selling anything to you.
They'll seem a bit wary at first, but will gradually loosen up as Eve shows a commitment to rebuilding the city.
Hello, Angel. How are you?
I see we have guests.
I can't believe the angel is here.
The survivors will sometimes ask Eve for help.
Please save my younger sister!
Wait right here.
Their requests will often lead her to the wasteland and the Great Desert. This place has been overrun by Natibas and malfunctioning machines and robots.
A supply camp in a place like this.
You'll
You know, I noticed like the 2 costume changes, but then I saw this.
supply stations set up by previous airborne squads.
Where was that? Well, it was like, it was this.
Supply camp in a place like this.
This is shit you see in an alternate rock nightclub. I mean, I could see this being an issue. Like, the first 2 suits, I'm like, alright, fine. But, I mean, we've seen shit like that all the time. Just go watch Evangelion. And then there's this, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of see where you're going with this, because this offers... I mean, what kind of armor is this? But anyone that has ever played any RPG ever would know that for female characters, the more skin you expose, the better the armor is. Especially when plate armor is literally just a bikini.
You'll occasionally find supply stations set up by previous airborne squads. At each camp, Eve can purchase various consumable items, acquire new skills,
Of course. Oh, see what I mean? This is probably the highest tier armor she can wear.
upgrade equipment, and more. She can also take a well-deserved break to restore her health. Eve will often encounter people in need, and other non-human beings who may need her help.
Request your assistance.
Whether to assist or ignore them is entirely up to the player.
I sincerely hope that whether or not you assist certain people and whether or not you ignore certain people does in some way change the story. Not necessarily the ending, but, you know, certain story elements. It would be nice.
On her journey to defeat the Elder Natiba, Eve will sometimes encounter hostile survivors. Or
Oh my god, it's an SJW.
something worse.
Exactly.
Eve, what are you going to do after you defeat the Alpha Natiba?
All airborne squad members exist for one sole purpose.
You mean the extinction of all Natibas, right?
Excuse me? The Devil May Cry 5 team is like, we could put it in. No one's gonna notice. Excuse me?
To think that the point of your existence is to snuff out another species. It is not an easy fight.
It's fine. I can do this alone.
It won't be easy.
Angel. That's the unofficial name for members of the Eve Airborne Squad.
I swear this trailer is just showing off the various costumes. Like, every minute there's a different costume.
I can feel the hatred, but I cannot feel the source.
I will find it, and I will make it pay.
Open it! It's windy! No more light to blind my eyes. Choose what you lose. To collapse! And now take up the
The drone is different.
This is no longer the drone you knew. So close to the goal, headed to light that I will hold. Now it's time to gather what's lost. Show me how stars fall down and to shine bright. Wherever you go, then I'll be your side. So that we can.
They even had the yellow latex jumpsuit thing from Kill Bill.
I'll keep through all time.
You know, this is the stupidest hill to die on, saying that she's unrealistically attractive. She's not even unrealistic. Like, if she had giant boobs, I'd be like, yeah, unrealistic. She's gonna have lower back pain. But she doesn't. Her butt is not even that big. And she's wearing heels the entire time. That means her butt isn't even that big. She's just wearing heels. Like, you know what I mean? This is the stupidest hill to die on. She's unrealistic. But she's literally some girl they picked up from a modeling agency. There's videos of her on YouTube. Have you never actually been to Southeast Asia? I'm being serious here. I could walk down, like, the tourist trap area in any city in Southeast Asia and find you 20 girls that look like this, if not better. Stupidest hill to die on. Because you're not gonna win. I'm surprised they're not trying to cancel Final Fantasy VII Remake. Have you seen Tifa? Those things are huge. How's Tifa not getting cancelled and this girl is? This doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Oh, they have tried. See, this is honestly the shit that I like, right? When they try and they fail. Look, if I was a developer, right? If I was a developer, and I'm not, but if I was a key decision maker, and I would like to say that I somewhat understand the target audience. If the internet tried to cancel this game because the girl is unrealistic, you know what I would do? You know what I would do? I'd increase her cup size. By 1. Not by like 5, by 1. Just be like, you're right, she is unrealistic. We're increasing her cup size. Her butt's big, the boobs need to be just as big. Thank you for pointing that out. And just let the internet do the rest. Just let the internet do the rest. Cancel culture is stressing me out so much right now. Thanks to it, my brother won't even watch Hazbin Hotel. I assume since he hasn't told me why exactly he won't watch it, just that it's for morality reasons. Here's the thing. I have found that when people tell you something they typically have the conclusion, but they got the conclusion from someone else. So they don't actually know the reason. So when you ask them for the reason, they don't actually have one. Someone else told them the conclusion, so they accept the conclusion, but they don't know the reasoning because they don't have the reasoning, because they didn't come up with it by themselves. So someone tells them, this is bad. They say, yes, that is bad. And you ask, why is it bad? And they say, because it's bad. And it's like, but can you explain to me why it's bad? And they're like, shut up. That's the argument. Also, Kim, I tried looking into the scandal you brought up, and the only thing I found was a statement on a forum with no evidence. It could be bullshit. It could be real. Either way, it is a stupid hill to die on. If you wanted this game to fail, you could just ignore it. That would be the greatest thing you could do if you wanted to do damage to a game. Ignore it. Give it no attention. By giving it attention, more people are going to see it. The more people that see it, the more likely they are to buy it. And just based on that story that people want to cancel it, I'm inclined to support it. Now, do I give a crap about a post-apocalyptic world? Not necessarily. I personally enjoy more the world of Elden Ring because I love the architecture of castles and buildings and keeps and things like that. So Elden Ring tickled my fancy. This is post-apocalyptic, so this is post-modern. I personally am not a fan of that type of landscape. I personally wasn't a big fan of the environment in which Nier Automata was set in. I more preferred Nier Replicant's world to Nier Automata. But the fact that people want to cancel it makes me want to play it. See what you've done? Because by playing it, I'm supporting your loss. It's just stupid. They're fighting the wrong battle, and they're fighting it the wrong way. Available April 26th. This year is effed. This year is effed. So you've got Persona 3, which is now at the start of February. You've got Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth, which is at the end of February. And then April, you've got this. And we still don't have the announcements for what's coming out at the end of the year. And there's probably going to be a few more announcements for mid-year. And let's not forget Metal Gear Solid Delta. They just opened yesterday content creators to request review keys. That basically means they're in alpha. This year's going to be effed. And we got the best game in the history ever, Power World. So much chaos. See, when I heard about Power World, I wasn't even necessarily interested because I'm like, eh. You know what I mean? Eh. You guys blow up random animals. I blow up random soldiers in Metal Gear Solid. Eh. I put a C4 mine on them, wake them up, let them go back to their team of soldiers, and I detonate it. That's funny. You guys do that to animals, which to me is a red flag, but eh. But now with everyone collectively losing their shit, and Nintendo being Nintendo, because let's face it, Nintendo has been a thorn in so many content creators' paw because they claim everything. I'm inclined to side with Pan World, or Power World, see, I don't even know the name, just to spite Nintendo. Honestly. It's just, yeah. Like, I wasn't even interested in it, but I'm cheering for them to win. Just because. Because if they win, it means people are going to be empowered to create more games like that. And I think that is the way to go. That's the way to go. Stop having everything controlled by a minority of companies which can easily be corrupted, and have an open free-for-all where people can develop games And the market and the gamers can decide what is good and what is not. And what is good can grow in popularity, explode, make money, make sequels, become a whole game studio. And what's not good, hopefully they get better with the next release. Rather than having, like a handful of studios that control the entire market, and one person can make the decision to change an entire franchise, to change characters, to change everything. Nah. Let the market win. Let people make good shit. Let people play good shit and let them get rewarded for it. That is the way to go. That's the way I want it to go.